Alright, so for those of you just tuning in, we're about to do another Age of Empires 2 viewer game. Of course, it's part of my weekly Twitch TV live stream. I'd love to have you here. Today I'll be playing as the Portuguese, one of the 4 new civs added in the African Kingdoms expansion to Age of Empires 2 HD Edition, which you can buy on Steam. Portuguese are a pretty cool civ. Feel free to pause it here if you really want to look through their basic tech tree. Special maps are maps with weird starts, weird player positioning. We're doing canyons off the recommendation of the Twitch chat. I think I'm going to regret this, as, I don't know, everybody in the chat suggested I play canyons. Now, there are no map descriptions right now in the current build, which I'm sure they'll fix eventually, and in the current build as well, another great bug is that it always puts the host, which is me, on the flank, which means I'm going to be adjacent to an enemy, so that's going to be brutal. Or it didn't this time. Did they already fix that? I don't know anything about this map. I've never played it before, so I'm going in blind. Gonna be playing as the Portuguese, and I'm gonna be giving this one my best shot. Now, for anybody who might ask, I always do try my best to win the higher rated games, so any mercy that I show is usually in the low rated games for hopefully understandable, relatable reasons. But in this one, I am going to give it my all and attempt to play this map. So far, it doesn't seem that bad. Yeah, we're doing Pop 200 because it's a higher rated game, I think. And I did play some StarCraft music during the break, yes. It's one of my favorite Terran themes, Terran number 4. Crap. Harvesting from that goat a little bit early. I think my mic settings got changed by OBS, so hopefully it doesn't sound that bad. Or too different. Going with the Portuguese again. Because I think before I do this, I was going to upload the stream VODs from the previous week, which I think was Berbers and Ethiopians. So we're going full circle. If you have no idea about any of the new civs, Zero Empires has a really useful, handy-dandy, comprehensive balance overview video, which you can find in that playlist in the video description below. And also, if you're looking for overviews of all the new civilizations, if you want to know what they're about, what they can do, I have an overview for each of the new civs, and you might find that very helpful. On my channel, you can expect me to do everything with the new civs. I'll be playing all sorts of new strategies on them, exploring through most of the new maps. Some of them are quite bad. I start with apparently extra villagers here, so I'm still learning what the optimal start is. Hopefully I'm able to grab this elephant without losing anything. Zelma says, "You're in the pocket." Woo, indeed I am. I'm gonna do the Feitoria and gun-only strat. We'll see. Try and pronounce that correctly this time. A relatively clean elephant lure. So, I don't know what this map is about, but it's called Canyon, so I'm assuming it's canyon-related. I ended up picking the Portuguese for this one because I'm not sure if you guys were trolling me with this map suggestion, so I figured that the Portuguese are about as safe as it gets. Should there be no resources on this map, for example, at least I can build Feitorias. Now, speaking of no resources on this map, I would like to know where all the gold is, as this can't be all the gold in the map, right? It better not be in the middle. Is this going to be Ghetto Gold Rush? Eric says, "Are you going to say that you will try to win every game that you play from now on?" Indeed, Eric, I will, until I stop getting comments like that. Of course, nothing at all against anyone who may have posted that comment. I know it comes from a good place. I just wanted to be clear in case anyone's new and they're not sure. Thank you, Martinscock, for the sub. Really appreciate it. 10-month anniversary. I just wanted to be sure that in case anyone is new to my channel, that they know that even if I try something interesting and unorthodox, it is experimenting, and I'm still trying my best to make it work. So it's not like I'm just doing it because it's bad. I'm doing it because I think there's potential here and I'd like to explore it. In this game, though, since it's a higher rated game, I will be playing it significantly more standard. You know, we've all seen plenty of night rushes. Some people want to see night rushes, some people don't, so I try to do a healthy mix, and I'd like to think that I do a relatively healthy mix. I think the Portuguese are quite good, Linneret, but in unorthodox ways. I think the Feitoria is interesting. At least it might be broken in a 1v1 or like 500 population, but otherwise it's probably fair. I think there's some interesting strategies that can be explored with this civ. For example, going for a fast Imperial Age and massing a bunch of Feitorias, I honestly wonder it could be not terrible. Because that way you could fast imp and then build up your economy potentially faster than if you were making villagers. But this is all theory crafting. I don't know if it works, but I would like to try it at least. It almost says all the gold is overlooked by the canyons. Well, that sounds terrible. Someone mentioned that I hate any map that I can't boom on. That's not necessarily true. I hate any maps with no space to build and or no trees. Generally speaking, maps that have spaces to build and trees are maps that I can boom on, but like, I don't mind Arabia. I actually like Arabia as a map. I think it's fine. What I don't like is Serengeti because, and like Kilimanjaro because they're like Arabia with like less trees. And I don't like, sometimes I don't like Black Forest or Arena because there might not be enough space to build. Very claustrophobic. But, yeah. I do like to boom though and to play to my strengths. So I do like maps where I can boom. But basically the prerequisite is, thou must have trees, and thou must have space to build. Nothing makes me sadder than when I want to put down my military buildings and my Feitorias and stuff, and there's just nothing there. I can't do it. Thank you so much for the advice, much appreciated. We'll see. Don't go... yeah, I see where the gold is, right? Like, I can see some of it over here. I might go for, like, Fast Castle Agent to Knights. Don't think my build order is optimal, but I'm practicing it. I haven't done this map before. Working on it. Basically, like, if I bring stuff like that up, it's because I just want people to know that I read the comments, I care, and that I'm addressing it. Res cares. Hashtag res cares. I obviously don't have the time to respond to every comment on an individual basis, but I do read them all. Chances are, if you mention me in a comment anywhere and you're like, you know who's a handsome guy? Resonances on any miscellaneous, like, porn site or something like that. Chances are I read that comment, and you made me feel good. I read them all. Perhaps I shouldn't read them all, but I do read them all. I want to play through the campaigns at some point as well. Campaigns would be fun. Maybe I should have gotten Loom at first. It depends if anyone wants to poke me with a scout. I don't think anyone in this game has actually played this map before, so it's certainly possible that this is the cripple fight of the century. Oh shit, I need to build a house, don't I? Pulling on a blacksmith. I think I'll actually go with the market. I don't know if this ends up being a more defensive map or not, but at least my map is somewhat defensible. There's a barracks and blacksmith and stable. Okay. I will put down stable soon, I think. So we'll go for knights. Fairly standard. Give it a shot. Resonance even reads the ones calling him a foobly boobly. I do read those. And I don't know what a foobly boobly is, but it made me feel weird. But now I know I'm a foobly boobly. No loom? Oh yeah. Hopefully I don't regret that. So we're scouting around a little bit. I even read the comments on all of Zero Empire's videos. Maybe I shouldn't do that, though. Explorer says, sure, you're handsome, man. Never seen a man as handsome as you. So handsome. Thank you, Explorer. Someone says this map isn't overly defensible by walls. Zilma, Kenyon's PhD. Okay, I appreciate that. I will exercise extreme caution. Oh my god, I do this all the time, where I build a market so I can get cartography, so it's easier to watch, right? Because everyone wants cartography. But I'm the Portuguese, so I start with cartography for free. I'm used to the Portuguese team bonus, because back in the old beta and early public builds of African Kingdoms, the Portuguese team bonus actually didn't do anything, so it didn't work. Crap. I didn't need to do that. Ah, that's okay. I can use it to adjust my economy, right? Not bad at all. It'll come in handy at some point, and in the meantime, I'll probably also need to start transitioning to farms and stuff too. So do a little bit of scouting action. It's a weird map. I think the Feitoria will actually come in handy substantially. Maybe demo ships as well, Ladiak, could be a good idea. Mbuster says I can't call you a handsome man because you stream without a cam. Maybe you could put it on, strip a little. Whoa. I think that's against the terms of service. There are pictures of me on my Facebook page, in case anyone wants to ruin the illusion, but people always tell me that my voice doesn't match what I look like, but I never know what people expect me to look like. I've heard, like, lumberjack or huge black guy, I don't know. But for the people who are really curious, there are a couple on my Facebook page. I felt like a face cam would be distracting and it wouldn't add to the experience, but again, I'm open to my ideas. I'm the worst poli-sci major. I'm open to any ideas. I'm the worst poli-sci major on the planet because I have no strong opinions on anything, really. Very few things, I guess. So, yeah, you could very easily convince me that face cam is the way to go. Hell, I could replace the entire screen with just several face cams. 90 degrees sounds like this. I don't know what link that is. But hopefully it's someone with a good voice. Whew. Like, feel free to check Facebook. Preferably ask permission to post links. I don't have a clear-cut policy on that because I don't honestly know the best way to handle that. The only reason I would ban links is to deal with spam bots and people who abuse it by, like, posting miscellaneous advertisements for things. But, yeah, generally just ask permission to do it. At some point I'll probably have to ban links just because there's so many spam bots trying to get me to check out the hot local Latino singles. So yeah, it would just be to protect your eyes from all that hot Latino porn the internet has. Except it's usually a virus. Okay. Moving out. Some nice. This hyena's laughing? Oh my god. Ice Age Kevin says don't do a face cam, they're horrible. So yeah, see, I hear mixed opinions on both sides. And I think that there is a legit, constructive, polite debate that we could have. And eventually we'll come to an agreement. At some point. I might try it once, but the keyword is try, not make it a regular thing. Who knows? But I have no plans for that in the meantime. It also requires me to, you know, look somewhat nice for the day and comb my hair and stuff. It's too much work. Did they close this? Why are my guys getting stuck here? Is that just HD unit pathing at work? What is this? Lego says, have you ever played this map before? No. This is my Canyon's Cherry. Know what you're thinking? What's that TC placement resonance? Well. Well, I put a house right here, so I can't build it right next to the wood line, and I guess it doesn't really matter. There's not that many good places to put it, honestly. I think someone asked me earlier that the Portuguese, are they good or not? And I didn't actually elaborate on that point, I don't think. They're good in a wide variety of ways that might not be apparent at first. The 15% gold thing is not that strong early game, but it does add up over the course of a game. 15% less gold cost on units is great. I'm glad I left a couple knights back here and that TL is knights too. Thank you. It definitely adds up over the course of a game. The Feitoria can be tremendous in a 1v1, 500 pop game, and... well, the organ gun, good gunpowder, like... they're pretty solid. I think that I prefer the more conservative, balanced stance the devs have taken because we're not going to know how good or bad or broken or terrible the new civs are until we've really had a chance to just sit down and play some Age of Empires 2. It's going to be a while. Like, I'm really not sure. Maybe the Portuguese turn out to be garbage, but I think that they at least have real potential. Don't get Spirit, you're going to have a bad time, indeed. Try to avoid that, Punrar. Play my civilization in Portuguese. That's awesome. Glad to hear it. What's going on over here? Those aren't my camels. Wait. Shit. Wait, are those my knights, though? No, the orange ones are bad knights, too. Okay. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. I thought I sent those knights in to do some raiding, but I guess they never made it. That sucks. Oh, housed. Also sucks. I drop castle here. I'll use this opportunity to get some upgrades. Unless it's hard to play when I'm streaming and reading the chat. But I'll try. Use this as an opportunity to grab all my upgrades. Sure, why not? Better that than just leave it idly off. Grab a couple of these bad boys. Hey, Mara says, what do you think of the top 3 weakest civs? Take it with a grain of salt, because when I'm playing, it's difficult for me to answer that perfectly. So right off the top of my head, and I might change my mind on this, I don't know, it's probably something to do with the Teutons, maybe Byzantines. It depends. Like, it all varies on the map, you know? map and situation. Like, the Koreans are garbage on Arabia, but they're, well, maybe they're better now, because we have aeroslits, but... They're, you know, Koreans are significantly weaker on Arabia, at least, than they would be on, like, Black Forest, because they have a strong late game due to, I think someone asked me this on YouTube. They have very strong, like, late game unique units, very expensive, their siege line is exceptional, they have gunpowder units, all those things make them great in the late game. Extra range on onagers is crazy. It's not very intuitive, though. But I swear it's good. That's a bad army, isn't it? The fact that they have camels is a little bit unnerving. It makes me almost want to throw in something else. Maybe I should be making monks to defend against this, or maybe I shouldn't be. Oh, I'm so sorry, John Fist. You better build that castle soon. You might not run out. You might not have time to do that soon. House for 10 seconds, drink, indeed. But in that time, though, I did manage to get my upgrades. It's okay. Not bad. Alright, I'm gonna try and engage him now that silly old Willie is gonna have to engage. So I will fight with them. Try and get some return damage while we run them out of town. Rough talk them and run them off. I want to get to Imp, because I'm not sure if I'm confident in my ability to secure all this gold. Maybe? Is this where all the relics are too? Sucks. But the Feitoria will at least give me something. Lord Potato says, how do you counter Teutonic Knights? Remember this giant pain. Good question, Mr. Potato. What you gotta do, my friend, is ranged units. They're very slow, they have very low ranged armor. They're basically completely invincible to most melee units. So just don't make anything that's melee. But archers do fine. Skirmishers don't do enough damage, though. Archers do fine. Hand cannoneers are a great answer. Hand cannoneers are fantastic. So, I think I'll stick with only 2 stables for now. I think Buddha Sensei says, I really need to know, what do you think about the Persians? When I look at them, their tech tree looks really good, my blade feels good, but I always lose. It'll take practice, but I do think the Persians are good. I think they're very strong civ overall, like just below the top tier, but after the African Kingdoms changes, maybe they're even better than they were before, because the top tier civs have been toned down a little bit. And that civ is very strong, reasonably well-rounded, their Night Rush is crazy. Something that isn't immediately obvious is how good their team bonus is, which is like Knights have more attack versus Archers. That's actually very strong. Because Crossbowmen and Knights are like 2 of the most common Castle Age units, and, well, yeah, you answer Crossbowmen quite effectively, which normally Crossbowmen are actually a threat to Knights if you get it enough. So I like that a lot. Persians have a very strong economy, they're very adaptable civ. Canyons looks like a great map. Yeah, Bergie, I know that everyone told me, I think that like Zach played this map or something like after we started, and it was really bad for him. I actually haven't had a chance to see that video yet. I'm like a week behind on the Zero Empires uploads. I'll have to check that out. So far this map doesn't seem that terrible, but I can see why he wouldn't like it, considering that it's full of tight passages, like all the gold's in the middle, and there's like no space to build. But believe it or not, I don't think this map is bad because it has trees. Though it does not have space to build, so overall I give this map a 4 out of 10. I might have to dock all those points later, we'll see. Because there's not enough space to build. This map's really tiny. If I miss one of your messages, by the way, feel free to post in a couple minutes. It's nothing personal, I just have to play the game too, so it's a lot of multitasking. So I'm definitely going to miss a couple messages. It's purely arbitrary how I picked that. Big Bowser says, are Celts considered a top tier civ? Again, it depends on the map and the situation, but I would say that they're very good on a map like Black Forest. Definitely beatable, but very good. Otherwise, they're just a little bit below the top. Varies though, someone might tell you different. And that doesn't mean they're wrong, it's subjective. Depends on the map. Kirk Pelton says, how would you rate Magyar's late game power compared to the Goths? I think they're pretty different, but let's say the Goths are very feast or famine civ. They're either crazy or garbage, depending on if your opponents are prepared for them. Mostly due to just how strong Huskarls are if your opponent does not have answers to them. If they don't have any like infantry units like champions, then you're going to destroy them. If your opponent went for like archers, it's not even close. It's incredibly broken. But if your opponent has like, you know, the Aztecs or something like that, and they're just born ready, the mass paladins, kind of fall apart. Magyars are just very well-rounded civ that just does everything reasonably well, so... Ooh, Shade's going with the long swords. Thought he was Malians or something. Shade claims he's Rusty, but he's apparently the best in his team, so... If this is Rusty Shade... Oh, man. Wait, how do I mine this gold? This must be why Zach doesn't like this map. Okay, at least I can build it there. Well, that's some stupid crap. Very difficult to saturate that. I would like to get to the next age pronto. So I can build some Feitorias, which of course I have no room to build. I'm starting to see why this map is bad. Starting to see it. I can feel it in my bones. Still housed. I'm getting housed a lot because there's not actually a lot of room to build, and that's weirding me out, man. Sure. Get that stuff. Try and fight him near the crossbows. Let the crossbows deal with that. Lubby Doodle asks, why are two-handed swordsmen bad? That is a very good question. It's mostly due to, like, this just not a substantial enough upgrade, like, for the cost. Champions are good, but two-handed swordsmen just... The numbers, compared to all the other Imperial Age units, it's actually very weak. The Knight to Cavalier upgrade is something you should be comparing it to in terms of a power spike. Champion is a good one, but they just don't really match up favorably versus most things. And the Arbalist only, like, Crossman to Arbalist is only one upgrade, right? And even though the Knight to Cavalier thing is two, the Cavalier as a unit is much more usable than the Long Swordsman. Also, Long Swordsman, and again, this might be different in African kingdoms, but Long Swordsman, at least in traditional AOC balance, was never good enough to see substantial, like, Castle Age play at, like, a higher rating. I thought I would actually have enough buildings to advance. I guess not quite yet. So that makes getting the two-handed swordsman upgrade even worse, because in order to access champions, you have to get two-handed swordsman first. Hopefully that makes sense. And, like, you don't generally make long swordsmen in the Castle Age. Although they might honestly be good enough now with arson. Hopefully it makes sense. And I bet I missed a couple of messages, so feel free to post it again. Just give me a few minutes, I'll get to you. What I would like to do is, as soon as that university is done, I'm up to the next stage, gonna build some Feitorias. I'm also gonna need a castle. I feel like I'm very vulnerable to being raided, so I want to fix that ASAP. Now, this seems like a weird position to build this in, because the organ gun is a very slow unit, and it's gonna make it harder for me to reinforce the battlefield easily. But this is purely a defensive castle, to make it so no one is incentivized to send cavalry to my base later and try and take me out of the game. I'll actually need to kill that trebuchet. Two-hand swordsmen are fine as a transition unit, but you really need the champion upgrade usually. Blackman says, can you test new buffed obsidian arrows in one of the next low rated games? I would love to. It's one of my favorite upgrades in the game, and I'm so very glad that it got buffed. So glad. Such a weird tech, but I think it has potential. Need husbandry. Oogly doogly. Oh, he moved away. My score is a little low right now because I feel like I've tragically underboomed, but I'm working on it. Ski War says, how do you delete existing buildings and trying to place a new one? I saw you delete a house during that castle placement. You left-click it and you press the delete button on your keyboard. It's more intuitive than I thought it would be, actually. Age of Empires 2 is nice like that. This map is very cramped. I feel like it could have been just a little bit bigger. God, okay, score's suffering because the knights are just not cutting it right now. I think I'm gonna need a million archer ranges, and it's time to transition into gunpowder. I'll try and make some organ guns this game, but I can't make them every game, right? Chances are, if you're gonna ask me a question, which is why don't you make X or Y? Check my money count. If I'm filthy rich and I have like 5,000 gold, then I could probably make that unit. And then it's probably a question of whether or not that unit is going to get any value that game. And if I am not rich, especially if I'm low on gold, chances are I just didn't make it because I couldn't afford it. But usually I try to answer those as I play. We'll get padded archer armor because I think I want to transition to hand cannoneers. I will be making organ guns though, I think. Okay, so I'm just gonna like suicide in cavalry in the meantime while I'm transitioning. Ubos has Newton HD version of AoE, but how long is it before new patches? Oh, you mean new on the HD version? Okay, I think autocorrect just destroyed you, sir. It depends on how long it's ready, but if there are any bugs, definitely post this on the forums or in that Reddit bug thread. The devs do read them, and I do forward a lot of bugs as well. Might take a while before things get fixed, but we've been getting some patches semi-frequently recently, and you can expect to get a lot more of those. So I'd say we'll probably have another patch in a week or so. It's just, the answer is, unfortunately, is when it's ready. Okay, my economy is crap. I need to get chemistry first, and then build some Feitorias, because like my military is also non-existent. Part of it is due to an inability to afford anything. I actually think I oversold wood there, but I should be able to still build this. Oh man, I see why this map is bad. Trying to build this in a way that's not intrusive and doesn't block the trade, but I don't think I can have my cake and eat it too, so guess I gotta roll with that. Arquebus is crazy, but I can't actually afford that, so I'll have to wait. A little slow to build up a military, but once I have chem done, I should be good to go. I should probably just be building light cavalry in the meantime, at least. Oh, there's a castle there. That explains why my military units never quite made it. So I'll also need numerous siege workshops, which are going to be crazy with Arquebus. Chem is almost done. This tech takes way too long to research. But it's so powerful, so I understand why. Alright. And eco is weak. When this thing is done, I'll be very happy. That's because it's because I just ran into gold mines. But once I get the opportunity, once I get the monies, good to go. God, okay. I see why this map is bad. How in the hell do they expect you to mine that? Right, that's fine. Yeah, how do they actually expect you to mine that? I don't really know. I'll probably have to make a lot of trash units this game. I'm not looking forward to this. I know what you're thinking, like, trash units? Rez is not looking forward to making trash units, but why? It's because I have to make trash units a lot due to just a lack of gold, silly maps. Ideally, I actually like to make gunpowder and stuff. I like to back up my army with siege weapons, and it pains me when I don't have it. It's like, trash is a good backup plan, but it's rarely speaking my plan A. I need this. Zumba says it could be better. Yeah, I actually would like this map, except it is so hard to place a mining camp here. I mean, look at this. Guys, HD in a nutshell. Someone screenshot that. That is, that's this entire game. Yep. Sounds about right. One massive, throbbing, unit pathing nightmare. Oh, man. Look at this, boys. Boys and girls. Behold. It's terrifying. Alright, there are probably a lot of idle builders that can be purged. Actually, I probably should use them to build a castle again. There is no place to put this. Need to start purging vills like a madman. Okay, yes. We're moving up. Finally. My army is crap. Transitioned into the late game really poorly, but that's just because I have no gold and no space to put my stuff. Also, building Feitorias is really awkward on 200 pop. Okay, like, I figured this map might be one of those maps with, like, very bad gold distribution, but what I didn't bank on was that I would have no place to put the Feitoria. Oh my god. HD edition. That I had no place to put the Feitoria once I built it. Did not bank on that one. Did not bank on that at all. So probably have to delete a bunch of villagers and farmers if I want any semblance of gold. Then this is just what's gonna... This will take some practice to really know how I should be managing my Feitorias. I'm not actually sure how I should be balancing my economy for this. The Feitoria is like a relic for all sorts of resources. Generates you an infinite trickle down of your resources. All of them. But it generates less stone and less gold than the other ones. I think it is a very interesting thing that's potentially very good. Weentrop says, killer plebs indeed. Whole Mythology says admitted the game. Can finally play today? That is awesome. Welcome, sir. So, I'm gonna run out of population for military units, but hopefully I can stop making trash units now and transition into other things. We also might start running out of trees in this map, so that's why I'm deleting villagers and replacing them with Feitorias. Gonna put the brain in the robot chef. Oh my god. Yeah, they should also probably widen this cliff. This would work if in HD units didn't get stuck on everything, like they're coated in maple syrup or wax or something, I don't know. I'm starting to get some semblance of a gold income. I realize I have arquebus, but I don't have ballistics. Which is pretty interesting, I do have to say so. I can fix that. This is substantially slower than trade. The thing with the Feitoria is that it generates a lot worse resources than 20 villagers would, and the thing takes 20 pop and 250 gold and 250 wood. Generates resources significantly slower than 20 bills does, but it's a lot harder to kill, obviously, in a raid. It's very easy to protect this. The thing has an absurd amount of HP. It's 5,200, and that's without any university upgrades, so it's tanky. It can take the hit. But of course, the downside is that it's less efficient. It also happens to generate you an infinite stream of resources like, you know, gold, for example, and stone, which are generally very precious. And the Portuguese can leverage this bonus quite efficiently because, you know, you can spam bombard towers with infinite stone. So I'm gonna, like, slowly just kill off my villagers. It'll take me a while to balance my economy here, but we're getting there, right? Lubby Doodle says, I know a lot of counters to units. Over some units like gunpowder units, I did not know how to bonus for infantry. Well, would you happen to know a good spot to find all the hidden bonuses? I think there's a resource. There might be one on Reddit. I know that there's one on the Steam forums for this game, so if you just search, like, Age of Empires 2 HD Edition unit attack bonuses, or just Aoe2 unit attack bonuses, you should be able to find it. I think. I would link it to you, but I'm playing. Hopefully, maybe someone can find that for you. You can think of the organ gun as like a fat scorpion or like a very big hand cannoneer, and it's actually quite good. Unit pathing. Sorry, Tim. Corvic says, do you like my weebie? I love your weebie, dude. Oh man, John Fist with the Yasama arrow slits. Oh my god. Oh geez, I'm actually running out of voice. Spend too much time talking. I have to remember to not talk as much in my matches. Ick. Ick. I'm gonna sound like Jontron. Ick. Nice try, John Fist. These Yasama Aeroslits towers are crazy. Do I still have too many lumberjacks and farmers? If I do, that's absolute shenanigans. I might just. Wow, the gold and stone it generates is terrible, but it does add up in a 1v1. Probably want more bombard cannons. Cool. It almost says Unipathy needs serious improvement for this map gets good. I agree, but really, more importantly, I think they just need to add a little bit more land right next to the gold mines so you can actually mine it. But I do like this map conceptually. I think it is interesting. Yes. Gold sucks. Maybe I should build some ships. Oh my god, Tim is Turks? That sucks. No wonder he's making so many hussars. Turks with no gold. Check out this Unipathy, by the way. Spawn the bombard cannon here, not here. Spawn it here. Perfect. It's perfect! I probably should get Thumb Ring too. Alright, we're moving up. I'm heavily considering the demo ships, Corbic. Although I don't know if it's good enough here. Oh, crap balls. We're gonna run out of wood. Maybe it's my civic duty, actually, to just build another Feitoria and delete all my lumberjacks and stuff and leave the wood for the rest of my team that can't generate it otherwise. Balls. Perhaps that's my civic duty. I am ready to serve my country. I ate too much at Thanksgiving, man. Units keep getting stuck on me. Seems like everyone's units ate too much during Thanksgiving. Oh, 208 population. I think the Feitoria unit pop thing seems to be really buggy. There were a lot of times where it told me I didn't have enough pop for it when I definitely did, and then it let me build one when I didn't have enough. Weird. So I'm just gonna delete most of my vills, because I don't think I need them anymore. And I guess I have to get War Galley, and I'll consider the demo ships. I at least want to leave them as a potential play. I want to build a castle here so bad, but I can't. Story of my life, this game. This feels so weird. I'm deleting so much of my economy. Black Plague. Strike syrup. Oh, man. Shit. Oh, joke's on you. I already deleted. See, I knew Tim was going to raid me. So I deleted most of my villagers before he got there. Good luck, Tim, using your puny hussars to kill my Feitorias. Watch as the bullets bounce right off my pecs. Fantastic. I am raid-proof. Thanks for clearing out my extra population, Tim. Having a little bit of fun this game. Of course, I do actually think it was the right play for him to go for the raid. Fortunately for him, I made of solid Portuguese steel and didn't even feel it. Rootskag says, why not Infinite Bombard Tower push that golden stone income? That's a very good question. If you can show me where to put them, I would love to do that. The thing is here is that it's not very intuitive for me to actually place these down. Because all these shallows. If I put them where the solid land is, it'd be really ambitious, and I fear that the enemy team just flat out won't let me and they'll stop my units. However, I would like to do that. You make a good point, though. Normally it would be fantastic here, and I'd like to think I got a lot of mileage out of the... Oh, wow, that is bad. I got a lot of mileage out of them before, in the previous Portuguese game. Well, let's take this gather point and move in that direction, shall we? Oh, did he already deal with it? He did not. Crap. Tim's getting frisky. Shit. What's going on this game? Are we suddenly falling behind? Defiler's getting defiled. Uh-oh. By what? Skirms! The most overpowered unit in the game. Alright. Okay, that's bad news. I can't be everywhere at once on 200 population. I mean, it's impossible on 300 population too. But, Whoa! Oh, gas is not a trade caravan. Got you red-handed, sir. I swear I sent all those bills back to work. Maybe I should rally the light cab over here. Wow, reinforcing this is gonna be really hard. This map is so close to being cool. It's like really close to being cool. I think that play turned around the game actually, since they're pressuring both sides. I've now had to pull sufficient units off from the center, and if Defiler dies, that's our trade line. Tim, you bat bastard. I am glad, though, that Crasini, being the good guy that he is going to help clear out these excess lumberjacks I didn't need. This makes me sad. Oh, there's also a lot of skirms here. Didn't even see those. Oh, Jesus. John Fist won't give up on the dream. Need to find a way to help on this side. Just might not be able to. Ugh, so claustrophobic. Well, I'll try and rally as many troops as I can. I'm missing a lot of upgrades this game. I tend to forget those when I stream. Blame my lack of cash. Sorry I've been missing some people switch messages. Miss Aimbot says, Mononoke, Spirited Away, or Howl's Moving Castle. I love all of them. A lot. That's tough. I would say that Princess Mononoke is one of my favorite Miyazaki movies. I really like Nausicaa Valley of the Wind as well. Amazing. They're all really good. That man does not disappoint. Maybe it's time. Unleash the Tato within. Crap balls. Crappity crap crap. I'm gonna actually have to probably make defensive bombard towers now to defend the middle. Oh, it sucks. I want to get demo ships. You know what? Screw it. I'm putting higher priority with the demo ships. I'm gonna regret that one. I think it's the right decision, but... you know, I'm not tremendously confident in that one. Dark Paladin asks, favorite anime? I don't watch that much anime anymore. I don't generally have the time to do that anymore. But I did really enjoy Code Geass. I thought that was really good. I haven't seen that many animes, so my answers might be stereotypical and might offend actual people who watch anime. I've seen some. I did like Code Geass a lot. But Death Note was very good. I liked Death Note all the way up until like the last few episodes, and even then I thought it was still pretty good. What else did I really enjoy? Code Geass is just one of my more memorable ones. I thought Kill la Kill was very good. I also enjoyed Kill la Kill. Gurren Lagann was fun too. But I like Kill la Kill like a lot. I thought Kill la Kill was excellent. Code Geass is your favorite too? Hell yeah, Xenoblade. Back when I was a freshman in high school, we did like some Code Geass marathon. I also met my friend Arjun at a Gurren Lagann marathon. Very fun. So, game's getting exceptionally difficult, and methinks the only way out is by trusting our Lord and Savior, Mr. Potato, and building a couple of demo ships. Hopefully the demo ships are enough to swing momentum on the other side, because I just... Look at John Fist, by the way, with these forward keeps. I admire that. Never change! Shade. What are we gonna do with Shade? Rip Maulian champions? Don't make me pan my camera over there, man. I can only take so much abuse. Everyone take a deep breath. I'm going to pan my camera to the left. Shit. Wait, he can kill my Feitorias. My spinach puffs. I don't have enough resources for this. Okay. Let's do this. Ah, crap balls. Man. Man. In the words of my friend Jacob, come on, man. Crap, crud, crap. Crappity crap crap. How can you play in these conditions? This map is really hard. GG well played, guys. That was a really fun game. Oh my god, my Feitorias! Crazini! I need those! I deleted my bills! I deleted my bills! Oh, thanks. Ah, shit. Alright, okay, I think we lost. My teammates all resigned anyway. Alright. GG. This map is so close to being awesome. It is so close. Yeah. Blackman says crap baskets. This map is so close to being awesome. I think that if the stroke points were like just a tip wider, because HD unit pathing is like a little bit. Does what work? What do you mean? If these were a little wider, like really though, I think it's mostly an issue of, it seems to not work that well on 200 pop. Maybe on a higher pop. It is okay. I give it an okay out of 10. It was decent. It wasn't crazy though. There needs to be more space to build the mining camps. Otherwise, this map could have been cool. Oh man, I have to watch that Zero Empires video later. I would love to have seen his reaction. Always a pleasure to work with Zach. I can see why he did not enjoy this map. Portuguese and 200 pop are significantly weaker. I would say that going all out in the Feitorias was fine, but it wasn't strong. It was okay. It was actually okay. This would have been better in higher pop, but like on 200 pop, yeah, it's still fine. I don't think that the Feitoria potentially becomes disgusting, except maybe on 500 pop. Maybe it's crazy. I think this was fine. I felt like I did okay that game. It's funny, but even though Tim had like no gold, I guess he showed the world that you don't necessarily need that much gold on the Turks as long as you have 1,000 stables. Dude, who needs gold? Who needs gold, man? I didn't actually get to see where my demo ships went. That's probably my biggest regret of the game. Otherwise, I thought that was a fantastic game, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. That was a lot of fun. It was very, very back and forth. I have to say that the winning play was when the enemy team started ignoring the middle and they just pushed around. The Slungy Sam? Ah, okay. Tim getting the subsidized gunpowder units. We had a lot of hustlers that game, though. Oof. Mythologies is my friend, and I played 2v2 against your bot in the hardest map. We won pretty well. Such fun. I liked it. Maybe 4v4 is too cluttered. It might just be. I'm glad to hear that you and your friend, though, gotta have a really fun game with my bot in hardest. Some people tell me hardest is too hard, but it's supposed to be, like, really crazy difficult so that, like, the top players in HD can still have a challenge. Hey, hello, Nasty One. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Good night, Geo Waypoint. Yeah, I have to say that John Fist, even though I didn't let you build as many of the keeps as you wanted, the ones that you did build actually killed a lot of units. And I think that Tim's castle, the one that he had in the middle, probably killed about at least 100 units that game. That one castle was pretty nuts. I didn't even notice it, Tim. Like, I was just walking past your castle. We were all rallying units through there, and I thought that was our castle. And I was like, wow, that green Turks fellow, he's doing really well. And then I realized those aren't my hussars in my economy. Oh man, Crazini got there in the end, the killing blow, blew up all my Feitorias. This felt fine to me. I think that the Portuguese felt very, very balanced, not too strong here. It felt about right. It's a close game, wasn't my best one. This is a very tricky map to play well. Very tricky map to play well. But I enjoyed it, and I hope you guys did too. No out of sync this time, which was really, really strange. I'm not sure exactly why it didn't go out of sync. Normally they do. Nudnik says, my friend and I couldn't 2v1 your bot and hardest we suck. No, Mudnik, you do not suck. Or, Nudnik. my bot on hardest is designed for the scariest, most muscular Age of Empires 2 players that we have on HD. It's supposed to be crazy. So 2v1 on hardest is going to be really, really hard for most Age of Empires 2 players, Nudnik. Yeah. It's supposed to be like really hard. So no. Maybe you and your friends suck if you can't 2v1 it on easiest or standard, but otherwise, no, that's totally reasonable, man. Yeah, Dark Paladin, that map was Oh, wow, Mythology, that's crazy. I'm glad to hear you've been enjoying my I put so much work into that, so much work into it. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching the stream today and for watching this match. I might do like a quickie, but I am really tired from those two games. They were difficult, fairly close, and it took so long getting these games. Maybe I'll do something really fast, like a quick Socotra game or something before I go. Yeah, I'll do something on like Socotra. We could do like a Socotra game, because that map is like ridiculous. So do like a quick Socotra game and then call it a night. So we'll get that out of the way. I'll do that in about 2 minutes. And I think I'll upload this one to YouTube. So for those of you who take the time to answer any questions on my behalf, and yeah, leave me a nice comment and a thumbs up, really, really appreciate it. As I'll have a lot more time to do more content in December. I'm open to people's ideas, but in the meantime, right now it's crunch time for college essays, and yeah, I think this match turned out to be great. If you enjoyed it, let me know. I have plenty of other Age of Empires 2 videos on my YouTube channel, as well as videos of other games. If you like this one, you'll probably like those as well, and I'd love to have you at my Twitch TV live stream. Find the schedule on my Twitch page, just scroll down there. Yeah, I'll do a quickie, as Teslana says. Okay, so I'll be right back, and then we'll do a quick silly pants Socotra game. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.